That
Please start your story from when the Nazis entered your hometown to when you left.
the Nazis
What was
entered our
that?
hometown in April 15,
What year?
1944. The name of the town is Kasha. Concentration was that, why we say concentration? As is, after the Nazis entered the town, eight days later, started to concentrate Jews from house to house and put them center of the town. After completing this job, or put them all in one center, they deported them to ghetto. The ghetto was a place where they manufactured bricks. Now, where they put up the bricks on both sides and shelves. They emptied out. There was no bricks that time, so put in there. Beds. Everybody brought his belongings with him. As much as you could carry. You stayed in the ghetto for 4 weeks. April 19 to May 19. The life in ghetto was routine, jobs. We worked in jobs, going to Jewish homes, and liquidating all perishable food and valuables. Each one Germans took away. We didn't took it back to the ghetto, we put it in one place, concentrated.
For the Germans?
For the Germans. From house to house, every Jewish house was stamped, closed up without a lock. They stamped from the government or from the Gestapo saying this belongs to them. Life in ghetto was almost normal. Jews always thought, dreamed, everybody was telling, we're going to Majdanek, we're going to other places where for security reasons we have to be concentrated, won't be doing anything harm to us. The elite, Jewish elite were taken in to the leaders who cooperated with the Gestapo. They followed all his instructions, and they always told us that we leave, we're going to leave to places where we'll be with the family together, so we shouldn't carry too many things along with us. Just leave everything here, because we'll get everything there. And all those instructions. The ghetto was liquidated in 3 groups. means transport was between 2,500 and 3,500 people. We concentrated in wagons, which one was for transportation of horses or animals. Well, seating convenience was not the best. Any questions? You have to go to the toilet or things? There was no. Just on the spot like a horse. Stayed. And it took 3 days. You had with your water or food, you ate it, you didn't. Just had to start out. On the wagons already. Each wagon was wired down the side. No chance to get out of it anymore.
You said it flew?
May 22nd, arrived from Birkenau. Night. And stayed out till next morning. Till the Gestapo and the doctors, whoever instructed you to get out.
One bag, mister.
The setup of getting off from the train was in a hysterical way. As they opened the doors, they took sticks and they got big guns, the sticks from the guns. They were hitting over heads. And they made you panicky. You didn't know where you're going or what you're doing. That you had no free thinking or any knowledge what's going on. That was set up. You should not be able to concentrate with your parents or with your relatives. Say goodbye or talk to them or do any.
Yeah, but I never figured it out. You figured it out. I don't know what to
do any sabotage or fight back. As we were lined up, we were told stay here or stay there, which one concentrated lines, right side or left side. After the finished concentration, we were told to go forward, where we had no right to take our belongings along with us. Everything was left on the tracks. As we got to the main roads, we were sent in bath, very good. Showers. As you get in the showers, your clothes were, you left your clothes on this side, and as you finish your shower, you went out next door, the other side, and they give you clothes. That clothes was concentration camp clothes. If you had along with your twills or any other belongings in your hands, they just took it away and told you to drop it. After finishing that, you were when you got dressed in the concentration uniforms, you were lined up and you were told that in case you have any diamonds or gold in your mouth or hidden someplace, give it forward as before. They're going to find it, because they're going to find it, they're going to shoot you. After all those other instructions that now you're going to work, and any minor thing you're not going to observe, you'll be just plain shot. We were after it, concentrated in barracks in Birkenau, where we stayed next 2 weeks, 10 days. Birkenau, we slept 6 or 8 in a bed, wooden bed, without any I don't know if it was covered, I don't know, because I don't remember. Anyway, after 8 days, 10 days, went to Auschwitz, where everybody was tattooed. They were told that if you a mechanic, if a tradesman, you have privileges, you'd register. So my brother and I, we registered as electricians. As electricians, we were sent to Yad Vashem, which one had a coal mine and was building electrical plant. So electricians need electrical plant. But as we got there, I found out that they needed to put up bricks and other stuff. Conditions from ghetto was, from conditions from camp was very bad. Wooden shoes, without legs, without feet, small piece of bread, so we tried to divide it for 3 times, each minute till we finished it. After what? Close it up. All right. I decided to work in a coal mine.
You decided? How did you decide?
No, you just register and they put you in the coal mine work, which is night work, and they're promising you, or supposedly get better food or more food than those that work outside on the field where they're building the electrical setups, what should I say it? Electrical factory.
Work.
So I worked in the mine for 8 months. Then I disappeared.
How?
As the Germans, I went home nighttime, 2 o'clock in the morning. They were hitting us right and left. I just fell down, became unconscious. And I fell in the ditch. An hour later, I got up, so nobody was around me. I just picked myself up and went in the opposite direction. Till I got to Katowice. Katowice was, where was it? Wasn't Katowice, was it? Don't remember the town anymore. I think it was anyway, I don't remember the town anymore. But the partisans were there and
Were Russian?
it's not, it's Silesian.
Excuse me?
This is Silesian.
So that's
Ostrovce.
us?
Ostrovce. Anyway, that happened in December 1944. I think the 18th of September, in December. My information,
Which partisans?
Silesian.
Silesian partisans?
Yeah. After I found out that all the other boys in the whole camp had to stay out 2 days, they were hitting him and killing a few of them because they can't of my escape. So the whole camp was in a panic for 2 days. Because they evacuated him and they took him, followed him to Auschwitz, and Auschwitz to Majdanek where the Russians were coming, but the 22nd the Russians took it over.
The Russians took over what?
Auschwitz and yes. All liberated them. I think this is my story.
Well, where were you? You were in Katowice, you said.
I was in Katowice is near Auschwitz, the other side is Ostrovce.
You were in Ostrovce.
Mm-hmm.
And where'd you go from Ostrovce?
When I got to Ostrovce,
What happened when you were there?
the partisans took me over.
Gayan.
Mm-hmm.
And
And a few days later, the Russian came in.
the Russians took you?
That's took.
What the Russians do?
Yeah. Russians were very nice guys. They took you right away to work, to put up bridges, and to work with them.
Yeah.
As you turned around and went out to the bathroom this way, never came back the other way. You disappeared.
Will the Russians force you to work?
Sure.
So where'd you disappear to?
I disappeared too. Went into a house. Polish house. Where I got a pair of pants, I got a jacket, and changed my clothes.
The guy Paul gave it to you?
Yeah.
Where's Kasha?
He wanted to be good to me. After the third Russians were there.
Where is Kasha?
There's Kasha. As today's Czechoslovakia.
Oh. So you had moved originally from Mishkov to Kasha?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The following is questionnaire number 1. Can you please tell me the name of the ghetto that you were in, the first ghetto, and the dates that you stayed there?
Kasha.
Is where?
Is where? Czechoslovakia.
And what days did you stay there?
April 9th until May 19th.
Were you in the same town before the ghetto was set up? And if not, in what place were you between September 1st, 1939 and the establishment of the first ghetto you were in?
Well, I was in the yeshivas, no?
Where is the yeshivas?
Santa.
In which town?
Santa was a town.
And you stayed in this town until when?
1943.
When you
Four-inch, I was in 1944 learning.
And then you went back to Kasha
Mm-hmm.
in 44.
44.
When was the ghetto in your town set up?
44.
What month?
April.
Okay. Were there any anti-Jewish actions in the town before the ghetto? Like pogroms or German organized pogroms, things like that?
Not that I know of.
Oh, then you weren't home. Did any of your family live in the same ghetto with you?
Yeah. Father, my brothers, or brother and sister.
What work did you do in the ghetto?
Collecting Jewish goods.
Of people who were already removed from the ghetto?
Yeah.
How did your townspeople and the new refugees from other places how did your townspeople view refugees from other places? You know, if you had people from outside the area coming into your town, how did the Jewish people in the town look at them?
Very friendly to them.
You did have refugees from outside put
Yeah.
into your ghetto. Do you know any of the details about the refugees?
No.
No. Do you know where they came from?
All the small towns.
Were you allowed to leave the ghetto at first?
No.
About how large was the ghetto? Or what size?
8,000? 10,000?
In blocks, do you know?
Bronx? No.
Was there more than one ghetto in that town?
2 ghettos.
There were 2 ghettos. Each one approximately the same size?
I think one was bigger than the other.
Which one were you in?
Bigger one.
Was there a wall or a wooden fence or barbed wire?
I think it was barbed wire. Don't remember.
Would you remember how the guards at the gates were organized? Do they have pass systems? What hours they have?
No. Don't remember.
You know what kind of guards you had? Jewish, German?
German. And Jewish. Jewish police and German guards outside.
Did you have people from around the neighborhood also, Goyim? Did you have non-Jewish and non-German guards?
No.
Did you have any knowledge of what went on outside of Nazi territory? Did you have any radios, underground newspapers, or leaflets?
We had radios.
Did you have news coming in from the outside?
Right.
Did you get letters from abroad or send letters?
Had letters from abroad.
Did you know the truth about the extermination in
No.
the gas chambers?
No.
Did you have any personal or family plan to escape?
Yes, I did.
How?
Very simple. Go out to work with a God and just disappear.
But you didn't do this obviously from the ghetto.
I didn't, because my father's wish was I should stay with him.
Oh, then it was a personal plan. It was nothing to do with family.
Right.
What did you eat in the ghetto at different times? The size of the ration, the method of distribution, and who distributed it?
I had enough food. I had in Jewish homes, I went out to work. So I had plenty. Every house had plenty of desserts, so many houses had very rich.
These Jewish homes had been evacuated before you entered the ghetto.
The Jewish homes were not evacuated. Jewish homes were left.
These Jewish homes were in the part of the town that was not ghetto?
Right.
So once they had been evacuated, you
went to the home to clean up all those goodies.
before they could move anybody else in. Uh-huh.
And as you cleaned up the goodies, anything you felt like, you just opened up and you ate up. So you had enough what to eat.
Size of living space throughout the time. How many people did you have in the apartment? Or in your room or whatever?
It was not a room. It was like a barrack.
In the ghetto?
Yeah.
You didn't move into apartments?
No.
They built barracks for you?
They had barracks for bricks. They used those barracks.
They had storehouses for bricks and they used those?
Yeah.
How'd you cook? Did you have coal or wood for heating? Or for cooking?
There was no problem in heating. It wasn't cold in there.
And for cooking?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Do you remember the pre-war political parties in the town?
No.
Do you remember anything about the first Judenrat that was appointed and who the people were in it?
No, I don't remember.
But there was a Judenrat in your town, in that ghetto.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many Jewish police there were? And if the
I wouldn't know.
wouldn't know anything about the Jewish police. Okay. Following is questionnaire number 2 for camps. Date of the arrival at the camp. From where and by what method of transportation?
Arrival to the camp from Kasho to Yad Vashem or to Birkenau in May 1944. Through a train.
Wasn't cattle cars? Alright, train.
Train.
Yeah.
What kind of train it was?
Did you arrive alone or with members of your family, and what happened to them?
I was with my brother and my father, my sister.
Who was your mother?
Mother was not alive.
What happened to them?
My brother was with me till I escaped. My father I never saw anymore. And my sister I never heard anymore.
Was there a selection on arrival, and did you know what it meant?
It was a selection on arrival, so I didn't know what it meant.
Can you describe the location and size of the camp and its guard system?
The camp was located a few miles away from Auschwitz. It was large barracks, approximately 300 to 400 people in the barrack. The wires were surrounded by wires, electrical wires, which when you touched them, it just electric, you get killed with it. But by the doors, by the entrance, there was guards. All around there were, every 100 feet or 150 feet there was put up guards. The high build up for watching you.
In towers?
Towers, right.
Do you know when this camp was set up?
No.
Do you know the commanders, the officers, or the men?
No, don't know.
None of the names? Do you know how many Germans guarded the camp?
No, I wouldn't know.
Or how many, if there were any non-Germans, like Ukrainians or anything?
I don't know anything about it.
Do you know if the Germans were SS or if they belonged to other units?
And Birkenau, they were SS. In 1944, August or July, changed them up to Wehrmacht, which one they were much nicer people.
Oh, but you were no longer there.
That was in Yad Vashem. When I was away from Birkenau. Birkenau, they were always SS.
In Yad Vashem, they had Wehrmacht?
Yeah.
In July.
Right.
But you had already left there.
July I was there.
July you were in Yad Vashem.
Right. I left Birkenau and Auschwitz. Means in
June.
End of May.
End of May. In other words, Birkenau always had SS, you say, and
Right.
Yad Vashem had Wehrmacht.
Right.
Do you remember incidents that could be used to accuse individual Nazis as war criminals?
No.
Don't worry, they're not asking you. They just want to know if you remember the incidents. No. Do you know the composition of the inmates? The numbers, the ages, sex, Jews and non-Jews?
No, they're all men.
And their ages?
Ages from 14 till 60.
They did vary. And how many did you have in your version?
How many people were in your version? There were 6,000 people.
Did you have any non-Jews?
Lots of them.
From which areas?
Russia. Greek.
Greek?
French. Yeah. French.
These were political prisoners?
Yeah.
Where else?
So,
What did the work consist of?
English.
Also English people?
Yeah. Pilots. Whatever.
What did the work consist of?
The building. Carrying bricks. Carrying material. My work is after change to work in a coal mine.
Can you describe the capos? Were there good ones and bad ones?
There were some good ones and some bad ones.
Can you describe anything about them? Like, do the good ones try to give extra or try not to beat so hard?
The good ones, they just didn't hit you. The bad ones, for every minor thing, they hit you.
And the capos were non-Jews.
No, they were Jews.
They were
Jews or non-Jews.
Describe the food.
Food? Food was slice of bread, twice a week liverwurst.
This is for working in the coal mine or also for bricks?
Well, working in coal mine, you got more. The same food. Lunchtime was soup, very liquid soup, watery soup. At night, you got the bread and the meat.
You got meat twice a week.
Yeah,
How much?
just like that.
That's about half an inch. Can you describe the daily routine?
Daily routine, you got up every morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. To make your bed, go outside, stand on a pal. After the pal, when they counted you, you went, had a breakfast. Breakfast was coffee, black coffee.
Green.
If you had some bread left over from that night, you left it over with force. Nobody steal it away from under your bed, and you ate it for breakfast. And if you had more willpower, you just had the coffee for breakfast, and you either ate the bread for lunch. You ate the lunch for lunch, you had more potentials to survive the afternoon, live it through because of hunger. At night, if you had any strong power, strong will, you didn't eat your bread or just bite into one bite, you went to bed. If you could sleep through, not the hunger would bother you, then you ate the bread next day. Most of the time, soon I got the bread, I ate it all up, just to ensure nobody will steal it away in the morning, and that's it. Home I had a better system because I worked at night. Daytime I slept, so when I came home, got my bread, I ate it up, I slept, and
You didn't have to get up in the morning at 5 for a pill?
I don't remember. Yeah, I think I did. Going back to sleep after that.
They let you sleep all afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What'd you do in the coal mine?
What's the work? Shovel coal.
Didn't you have a kappa?
I had a couple, it was dark. I hid in a corner and I slept. Once he cut me, so he gave me with my head. Otherwise, I never worked. Never did nothing.
Were there people killed? And how, when, by whom?
I don't know. I just saw them carrying him home. Dad was. They killed or they died. I don't know.
And were there any actions in the camp?
No, I know.
Were there attempts to escape?
Yeah. Good time.
By other people?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what happened?
Sometimes they got shot and sometimes they got away.
You didn't have a strong guard system in that camp?
Well, you can have a strong guard system, but still. When I say they got away when they're on the way. As you walked home from the...
Your version didn't have any... It had barbed wire?
Yeah.
Also had. Was there an organized underground?
No. Not that I know of.
Was there contacts with the outside?
Contacts on the outside. Yeah, in the mine.
In the mine? Can you elaborate?
Well, there were some little questions here and there.
But you had people from outside the camp in the mine?
Well, in the mine they were working outsiders. No, in the mine we were working not just, we were specialists, mine workers. We just helped them out. You were just told by them what to do. They were the Meinsters. Meinster means a man who knows how to drill, how to get the coal out from the earth, and you had to shovel it out. So he's an experienced man. Those used to help you. They were nice. They gave you bread, they gave you cigarettes, they gave you food.
They were Polish?
They were Polish and there were some half Germans, whatever they were.
Volksdeutsch?
Yeah,
And they helped you?
yeah. Especially young children, you see young faces. You used to push it in your hand as you was working with them.
Everyone working with you was young in the coal mine?
No, but I was young.
How old were you?
Oh, I was 18 years old.
18?
Mm-hmm.
That's young.
18 is young.
Okay. Were there any attempts at cultural activity in the camp?
Not that I know one.
Were there any children in the camp?
No.
What were the relations between the Jewish inmates? Was there antagonism between groups from the same town or groups from different towns or between Polish and other Jews?
There was.
Can you give any details?
Details.
Did you receive any help from fellow inmates?
Not particular.
Were you ill?
Once.
And did you recover? How did you recover? Since we know you did.
The hospital. Was operated.
In the camp?
Mm-hmm.
Who operated?
Doctor.
Which doctor?
Okay.
Jewish doctor?
Could be a Jewish doctor.
What was the nature of the operation? Do you know? Do you remember?
It was vitamin.
Vitamin deficiency?
Mm-hmm.
And they operated on you?
Sure, it blew up.
How long
Cut it away.
How long did they let you recuperate?
I don't remember. Probably a couple of days.
Was there medical attention of any kind? And by German or Jewish personnel?
Yeah.
Regularly, for people who were sick, they were taken to the hospital and treated.
You had to go to yourself to the hospital line, and if you're sick enough, check your temperature. If you're sick, you have to go out to work.
They didn't. Interesting. Can you describe?
Yeah, the dentist work. You could go to the dentist every night if you wanted. And I have dentist work, fix your teeth.
Can you describe the clothing and the sanitary conditions?
Very clean.
This is in Yad Vashem.
All of it.
And the clothing?
Very clean.
They gave you new clothes?
Changed very often.
While you were in Birkenau, what you didn't tell me about what happened in those 2 weeks you were there.
I don't remember.
You don't remember anything about Birkenau?
Very little.
Did you receive any mail or parcels officially?
No, not me.
Anyone did?
I think yes.
You think they did?
Mm-hmm.